Are you having trouble building the right team to help you take on the Illuvium arena? Well, as you take on PvP, I'm going to give you all the beginner and intermediate tips you're going to need to build a really comprehensive team that's not going to get flattened on round 3. That's the goal here, is to help you last until round 4 so you can start learning and adjusting and improving the team from there. So here are the absolute fundamentals to make an Illuvium team that may even help you climb the ranks. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm actually going to make a team myself to help me better explain how you would go about doing so. In this case, I'm going to make a brand new Scoriox and Nature team, which is more Magma, Earth, and Nature. If you look at the Affinity Chart, you want to build teams with 2 complementing synergies. The 5 available to you are Water and Fire, Earth and Nature, Fire and Air, Nature and Water, or Air and Earth. Now, you can make teams with 3 or even 4 different basic affinities or classes, but having complementing affinities is very important. And once you go to 3 or even 4 different affinities, it gets really hard to get those top synergy bonuses, which are very, very powerful right now. But at least one coherent outcome and at least one plan for strong synergies and combos on your first 3 rounds of play. Remembering that you gain 100 mastery points on round 1, 100 on 2, and 120 on round 3. In our case, we want Magma, Nature, and Earth for good damage and decent healing, keeping our tanks alive. We also want this to be reachable in about 4 rounds, which is 460 total mastery points, since you gain 140 in round 4. Since Scoriox and Seer are quite expensive, the rest will need to be a lot cheaper. As we work through, we can also double down on our classes. I've now set up a possible 5 Earth. Another thing to consider is leftover points. It is very helpful to allow things like weapons and suits to fill the gaps. For example, Scoriox costs 90 mastery points. If I were to play that on round 1, then any 10 cost weapon, such as a sword or a gauntlet, would allow me to fill out that last 10 points. And don't forget that gauntlets, weapons, and suits, and moving the ranger are all free, so you can use them as often as you'd like. We can also go through and find augments that suit our Illuvials. You can type in defensive keywords like max health or grit, or even attack speed that might benefit Scoriox. That is the easiest way to search through these augments, and as you continue playing the game, you'll see your opponents use augments that you say, crap, that might do really well on my team. That is the easiest way to approach this. Trust me, you do not want to go trolling through all 80 augments. You won't even pick the right ones. And later on, you can even find support augments if you have trouble with empaths, for example. Maybe you can use an augment that reduces the energy efficiency of the opposing team. As you can see, my first 8 Illuvials brought me to 420 mastery, but now I need some nature just in case my opponent has favorable typing against me. Not forgetting, if they have an affinity bonus against us, they can activate hyper and get some seriously powerful effects. In this case, water would destroy both earth and fire, so nature or air would be really beneficial to help counteract that. In this case, I gained empath alongside nature, giving my team significantly more survivability if I needed against a difficult foe, more specifically if I needed against another team that also had really good healing. To recap, find your end goal team. Maybe there's 2 that you want to use. Optimize the cost under 460, including your ranger weapon and hopefully your ranger suit as well, which is really solid. And find a good route for round 1 and 2 with good synergies. 5 earth, 5 fire, 4 rogue, 5 scion, you get the point. Or maybe even 3 magma or 3 arcanite could really help out as well. And add augments to support your playstyle. Focus on your team first. You can find the defensive and supportive augments down the road.